Hi everyone, here to talk to you about this year's 2020 Mission Appeal. You know that every year in the United States, every parish takes up a second collection for the foreign missions. This is the way we do it in the U.S. And it's our turn here at St. Paul, and we're going to do a second collection this weekend for Divine Mercy Parish in East Havana, Cuba. I went down there a year ago to Cuba with my brother and my high school classmate to explore and also to learn more about the Catholic Church and how things are going. Here's a map of Cuba. It shows you how close Cuba is to Florida and also to Mexico. We went to Havana, the capital, and we stayed in the old part of the city, which is very beautiful, a lot of beautiful buildings. And we ended up becoming friends with this parish in East Havana, which is across the bay there. But I'll show you a couple photos that we took while we were walking around. There's a beautiful photo of the cathedral, the Spanish Baroque architecture. It is open. They have Mass there every Sunday. Go in there, and it's very nice. And that's the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception of the Virgin Mary. We were walking down the street and came upon this wedding. And we walked in there, and we were able to talk to the groom before he was getting married to this beautiful bride, and we gave them a blessing and wished them the best. There's a statue of Christ the King overlooking the bay, that when you come into Havana on a ship, you would see this beautiful statue of Christ the King to welcome you. And we saw lots of Catholic art. There's the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and we saw that in a church, I believe, or a museum. There's a street banner in the Plaza Mayor put up by the Cultural Office of the government, and the lady there is saying, "To be deaf doesn't make us different." I took the photo because of our connection with the deaf community here in Olathe. And there's a group that we met, community of San Egidio. They're from Rome. It's a lay-based community, and they had a site in Havana working with the youth. And also that night they were giving food to the homeless, so we helped serve meals to the homeless that night with San Egidio group. We found this memorial plaque on the wall of the Archdiocesan offices, the Chancery, remembering the visit of Pope John Paul II on January 25th, 1998 to Havana. And so we decided at that point that we would go in the Chancery and introduce ourselves and try to make some friends. And there we met Deacon Manuel Hernandez and Milagros Lopez, who are working in the Chancery, and also they told us about their parish in East Havana, which is called Divine Mercy. And they gave us a Café Cubano, a Cuban coffee, very strong, and we had a great conversation, and they wanted us to come out to the parish for Sunday Mass. I'm now going to let Deacon Manuel explain to us a little bit more about the parish and the plans to build it up and also to build a rectory for the priest.
Our community of the Divine Mercy started by the great effort of some seminary fathers who lived in Havana, who in 1993 joined with a group of religious mothers of the Congregation of Love of God. They used to come each Saturday to our residential area in East Havana. They wanted to gather together a small community living in a yard of the house or in a small garage that could live the gospel and also could offer that gospel to the people who lived in the buildings, in the houses of this place. We have now more than 40,000 people that doesn't know God, or they know it by evangelist churches. They could found a small community that has been living for more than 20 years in that yard, who has celebrated all the sacraments and who has participated each Sunday, every week in the Holy Mass. Originally, the Mass was celebrated by these seminary fathers and the religious mothers, they used to come to teach catechesis to the children that used to come to the community. And nowadays we have been supported by fathers from the PS schools. After a long and many prayers, the government gave us in 2014 the land we have already. That same year, the Holy Friday, we placed a big cross in the higher place of the land, trying to do the same as Cardinal Gautila, who was afterwards Father John Paul II, used to do in Poland, Nowa Huta. Immediately we started celebrating Mass. The 8th of September 2014 was celebrated the first Mass in the feast of Virgin of Charity, that is Our Lady, our National Lady. It was offered down a tree where 6 months later was placed the first stone by who was Cardinal Jaime Ortega, the Archbishop of Havana. They also built a sort of house, long one, without walls, only roof, and only the roof, without any wall. And then we moved from the yard after 23 years of spiritual life there, and in Christmas 2016 we started living in this new place. You have some photos to see the place. It's very nice. And then I glorify God for these 27 years of spiritual life there in this residence area, and I hope next year, with God's will, come to visit you and give you a big hug. May what God permit that without pandemic, to thank you for all the interest we receive every time by Father Michael, by which all in our community know you as real brothers in Christ's mercy. We all want to have a strong relationship with you, because we feel you as real, living with us here spiritually. And we would like also to thank you for all the help Father Michael has done to us, and for what you could get to build what we call the priest house. Thank you very much. God bless you every time, and we feel very grateful to you. Bye.
Thanks to Deacon Manuel for explaining us the project and his dream to build a rectory. So here's how we can support Divine Mercy Parish in East Havana and help them get that rectory. Everybody who shows up to Mass this weekend and next weekend, you'll get the yellow mission appeal envelope, and anything you put in there will go to the mission. The other way, you could write a check or just put it in an envelope, and on the check or envelope, write Cuba or mission appeal, and we'll make sure that goes to the mission collection. And finally, another way would be to get on our website or Facebook page and link into WeShare, and you can make an electronic donation, and that will go directly to the collection. So here's our plan. Once everybody makes their contribution donation, we're going to write a check from St. Paul and send it to the Archdiocese of KCK. Then our Archdiocese will send it to the Archdiocese of Havana, their bank account at the Vatican Bank. Cardinal Garcia and Deacon Manuel can withdraw the donation from there, and they can use it to build the new rectory for the parish. If you have any questions or comments, please contact me and we can talk it over. Thank you all very much for your generosity to this year's Mission Appeal to East Havana, Cuba, Divine Mercy Parish.